Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Better Call Saul Season 1 Episode 10. This is actually the finale to Season 1. I didn't even realize we were here already. I'm so used to, watching long anime and stuff like that. But yeah, we are here, the season finale. So last episode was crazy. We had the reveal, which I should have saw coming way before because of the phone call. But I was just so distracted by my silly Kim and Hamlin theory that that I just let the phone call slip by my mind. So, but but yeah, it wasn't that Hamlin doesn't want Jimmy. It's that Chuck doesn't think that Jimmy's a real lawyer, and I think it's a little bit of jealousy. I truly believe that I think that Jimmy does a pretty good job at being a lawyer. Maybe I could be wrong about this. I've been wrong in the past about how I think people feel. It's just in the last episode it happened, but I I think it could be like definitely the fact that he didn't go to like a prestigious school and stuff like that. So because of that, Chuck is trying to keep him down. But I also think there's a little bit of jealousy there that that Jimmy does a good job with being a lawyer, and Chuck's a little jealous of that because of how hard he had to work to get to where he is, whereas Jimmy is kind of just, in his eyes, falling into it, but it is through the hard work of Jimmy, taking care of these old people and really caring about them enough to spot this massive case and, some other stuff too that he just keeps an eye out. He's observant and he's clever, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens now with the separation of Jimmy and Chuck. Do they have a conversation here soon? Do we go episodes without them seeing each other? Like, how do we move forward from this point on? So it'll be interesting to watch. So let's get started, shall we? We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Who is this? Is this... Could it be past? Is this Jimmy and Chuck in the past? I don't know who else it'd be. Whoa! That's, someone. Yeah, okay. Okay, that is not... that is not them in the past. Okay. I was gonna say, isn't this the guy that Jimmy was scamming with? I thought of that. And then I was like, but wait, he should be way older if that's them as kids. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. I've definitely seen him in other things too, though. It's funny, the first time we saw him, I don't think I thought that. Marco. I'll have to look him up after. I've definitely seen him in something else. Alright, so are we gonna see a relapse into Slippin' Jimmy? Is that why we're seeing this flashback, maybe? Or... Marco thinking about what he said in terms of growing up. Oh no, you spilled your coffee. Back to the present. Kim. So does she tried to push him to just take the deal. I'm guessing Hamlin told her. Regardless of pride, I think it's a good idea. Oh. Ugh. Hmm. Did they raise 20,000 before? Okay. Still 20,000. Oh, wow. Alright. Wow. It's a cool scene. Props to Jimmy, man. What a good guy. Like, still caring for his brother even after everything, right? Like, he didn't have to go to Hamlin and give him that shopping list and give him all those details, you know? It really shows. Man, the more I get to know Jimmy and the way he is now, like all the shit he gets into in the future, it makes me like not want it to happen. Like I originally was excited to see him turn into that, but now I don't want to see it happen. That's what I was thinking. This girl. Well, not as much spunk. Very dramatic. As in brother. Oh, not the choice, I thought. Hmm. The enthusiasm just slowly draining. B. Jimmy. There's the brother one. They're all like, what's going on here? Oh my god! Oh shit. These people are like... What, was it another B? What was it this time? I'm so interested. Alright, Jimmy. Just venting in front of all these old people. Of course. Someone's gotta hit bingo, right? There's been so many B's. It's all on the line. Come on, Jimmy. Just read the number. These little people are pretty polite, though, I will say. Shit. I mean, yes. Actual shit. That was a term of exclamation, not a term of explanation. Oh, shit. Damn. Yeah. Uh, that's what I was wondering. Is he gonna have bingo? They just want to play the game, man. Ah, Jimmy. I mean, he was holding it together well before, in front of Kim, in front of Hamlin. I understand why he let loose. Oh, is this the same bar that he was here with Marco? Or no? In the beginning of the episode. Arno's. Oh, he's here. Is this the same kid? Man. $5.50 for 2 beers? Times have changed. That's like one beer in a bar, I imagine. I don't go to bars. I just know that drinks in bars are expensive. Hell, freaking buying beer in the grocery store. No. In a way. Oh. Oh god. Oh. So he did end up getting like a job and stuff. I wonder if it had to do with what Jimmy was talking about. Hmm. Was that his old car that was out there that he was eyeing up? That he was just talking about? Take a sip of water. Who's that? You know, do a scam? One for old time's sake. I love seeing these guys work. So intrigued as to where this is going. Hmm. Huh. Is that true? Hmm. I wonder if any bit of the story is true. I'm so interested as to where this scam goes, I'm not gonna lie. Hmm. Is he gonna call Jimmy? Nice. Nice. At the tone. A train. 110. Yeah, take off. He committed to that one. Awesome. That was fun. I genuinely didn't know where that was going, and it was just good. I love it. Are they doing more? Oh my god, a Nigerian prince. This is like the email scam. They are just going ham. Just cash money falling. I wonder how much money they make doing this, right? Oh god. That's one hell of a scam. That guy looked like Heisenberg. A little bit. This is trippy. The money falling in the background. That was fun. Oh shit. Who are you? Oh, is this the girl he knew? Oh shit. He's not Kevin Costner. Okay. Bye. Put your clothes on. Seems like he had some fun last night, not in just the making money scamming sense, other kind of scams too. Is this Marco's place or nice shorts? All right, Jimmy, 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 what you doing now? Who you calling? Oh, voicemail. Oh. Hmm. I mean, a bunch of people need him. You know, it's something. So this is his place. I don't think he does hate it out there. I don't know. He hasn't told him yet, huh? Hmm. Yeah. I think it's a common misconception that lawyers make a lot of money, but not always. Not always. Hmm. Shit. He was able to tell before Jimmy could even see it. Hmm. Oh. Oh, one more. It'd be funny if Jimmy just left. The fact that we're seeing Marco's perspective does make me wonder if Jimmy's just not going to show up. Hmm. What's with the cough? Oh no. The howling is the key. I see. So the howling is part of the scam too, in order to alert. That's clever. Who's this poor guy? Is this last one? I'm worried this last one's gonna go wrong. I'm worried he'll be actually, like, if he's sick right now, if he'll actually be, like, dead or unconscious or something. Hmm. It goes so well every time we've seen it. Do they put the pole that he uses in place too? Or does he just find something every time? Oh no. This is what I'm worried about. Yeah. Ah, fuck me. Yeah, running with the money. What a fucking asshole. Uh, oh, man. Shit, man. Poor Jimmy, man. He just can't get a win. He passed away. Who's this guy? He has some ears. Damn. Hmm. Oh. Damn. Shit. Oh? Wow, really? Damn. Well. Yeah. I think everyone loves you. You have a way with people, man. The only one is Chuck. Much. Alright, Jimmy. Big chance. Unfortunately, we know where he ends up, so we know it doesn't quite work out, but who knows? Maybe it worked out for a time. Maybe he does get the job. I don't know. Almost. get it right next time. Ernesto. Ugh. I feel like I've seen him somewhere too. Maybe not though. Maybe I'm just crazy. Hey, he knows him. I guess he's from The Office. Jimmy's around there a lot. Makes sense. Maybe mailroom stuff. Kind of thing from when he worked there. Ooh, thinking about going out to talk to him. Too late. Hey, there's Mike. Something we've been missing the whole episode. I take a couple of second looks at Jimmy. Is this the day? Please don't let something go wrong here, man. This guy needs a win. Or does he not want it at all? Oh, Mike, good guy. Shit. Well, damn. Ah, there it is. Wow. Is this the start of... Alright. It might be the start of Saul. Shit. That is it, guys, for episode 10, and that is it for season 1. Oh, man. What an episode. That was a ride, guys. Like, from the very start, it was great, because we had, you know... I mean, I'm gonna skip the flashback stuff for now, but, like... the conversation with Hamlin and the shopping list and everything, like, Jimmy is just such a good guy, right? Like, he didn't have to do that. He could have just left Chuck hung out to dry, let him, figure something out, have to contact someone himself. And, I imagine it's got to be a little embarrassing for Chuck, right? Like, I can't imagine having to ask for all of these things that, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh man, sorry, excuse me. But I can't imagine asking for all of these things that normal people don't usually need other people to get for them, kind of thing, So it like, but Jimmy did it for him, so he didn't have to. He went to Hamlin for him. He had this list all made out. He gave the specifications and gave tips on how to do it, and there was no... The way that Jimmy handled it, there was no, like, oh yeah, here, get that piece of shit this, and, get that scumbag that. He wasn't, like, shit-talking Chuck. He wasn't doing it out of anger. He was just genuinely still concerned about the care that his brother needs. He just can't do it anymore, And I really respect that. So, but obviously he put up that good front in front of Hamlin and then in front of Kim, but then he just went back to working the normal job and ended up, venting in front of the people at bingo, which was a hilarious scene, but it also, like, just made me feel bad seeing him break down like he did. And he's trying to stay strong in front of everyone, but because he's trying to stay strong in front of everyone, he has no outlet to vent his own frustrations. And I feel like maybe Chuck was one of those people that he was able to go and vent to before, and now with Chuck not being there anymore, he didn't have that. So, but we had the whole story about the shitting on the car, the Chicago sunroof, was it? I believe, and everything, like, but it ended up having kids inside, and that's like, I wrote it down because I wasn't sure if they were gonna mention it in the episode, but I was like, that's like, if that shit happens, that's the kind of thing that gets you, on a, what's it called? What do you call it? Crap. Whatever, like the I don't know why I can't think of it, but but being, like, marked as a sex offender, that's what it is. It's same with peeing in public too. There's I don't personally know anyone that's done it, but I've definitely heard stories of people who, they either they're not doing it to be an asshole or because they want to. It's like either the bathrooms are taken, they're too far away, and they gotta go, kind of thing, and stuff like that. And it's a shitty situation that lands you with a mark that can really mess up your whole life. And it's crazy that if he was marked with a, like, was he actually marked as a sex offender? Because I'm surprised, being marked as a sex offender, he was still able to, like, become a lawyer and everything. Not that that has anything to do with, like, kids and stuff like that, but I don't know. Either way, it's also possible that maybe Chuck helped take care of it too. Like, maybe we saw that flashback several episodes ago, or a while ago at this point, where Chuck was getting him out of prison and said, like, they got him off without any kind of, like, mark to his record, I think. So I wonder if that was the moment. Is that when he, did the Chicago sunroof, when he got arrested there? Or was that a different case? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's gotta be tough to have a moment like that, like something dumb you do. Like, obviously his was a little more intentional. He just had no idea that there were kids in the car, right? Like, it's not like, and he was drunk. So, I mean, it's not as accidental as, like, having to go to the bathroom really bad and not being able to hold it and, taking that risk kind of thing. Like, obviously that's like sometimes you gotta go, right? But I don't know. It was just like Jimmy's was a little bit more his fault rather than it kind of like having to go to the bathroom real bad is basically what I'm saying. But still, it's a shitty situation that gives you a mark that can make it hard to, hard to get a job and hard to do anything in your life. Like my sister was arrested because she went through a phase in her life where she was, big into drugs, and she did some dumb shit, got arrested, and after that, it made it really hard for her to get a job because of that criminal record. And even though she didn't do anything really bad, like what she did landed her in prison, it was bad enough for that. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it should halt someone from getting a job for the rest of their life, especially because she started doing better. And for a long time, she was doing good, and she was still struggling to find a job. I mean, it's fine now. She works in she originally worked. My dad's a plumber. He has his own plumbing business. She worked for him for a while, plumbing. She got pretty good at it, and then her husband now has a business doing tiling, floor tiling, and she started working with him now. So, everything's fine now. But I imagine, I don't know if like criminal records get wiped after like a certain amount of years. But I imagine if something ever went wrong and she did have to go get a job and she couldn't do this tiling thing anymore, she would probably still have a hard time. And that's too bad because she's been doing a really good job for a really long time now. But she even quit smoking cigarettes, which is crazy. I never thought I'd see that with where she was. But either way, I kind of went off on a tangent, but I can definitely understand why Jimmy was like so frustrated about like that situation and everything. But yeah, I talked like we went back to Marco. We had the Marco stuff in the past, like seeing him there, them running their scams and everything. And I wanted to look him up. I might as well do that now while I'm thinking about it real fast. Because yes, we saw him a few episodes ago, and I don't know why I didn't recognize him right away. I think my mentality was, oh, is this Jimmy and them when they were kids at that bar, right? And then I was like, well, wait a second, no, there's no way that. So like I think like I was like, no, that can't be that guy because he would be much older now, but. But yeah, I think it was just my own stupidity. But that being said, in that moment, I feel like I recognize him. Bum, 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 bum. Dude, Wikipedia, I ain't giving you money. Who, Okay, Mel Rodriguez. The Last Man on Earth. Yeah, I think I did see that, right? Yeah, yeah. So that's probably what I remember him from. I actually recently rewatched that, The Last Man on Earth. So maybe that's... I don't recognize the other names. Let's see. Can I copy his name and just... I don't know why I don't always do this, but actually just go to IMDb. It always like brings me to the Wikipedia whenever I'm like looking things up. Ugh. Let's see here. Known for Little Miss Sunshine, 3 Burials of whatever, Panic Room, I haven't seen it. The Watch, haven't seen it. Oh wow, that's everything he's marked as known. Okay. Previous, here we go. Made for Love, The After Party, CSI Vegas, The Great North, The Twilight Zone, Punching and Steel, Briar Patch, Onward, The Last Thing You Wanted, Omniboat. Okay, yeah. No, I just haven't. I don't think I've seen. I think it must be The Last Man on Earth that I've seen him in. So, other than seeing him in, like, obviously the previous episode of Better Call Saul. But there was just something about him this episode. I don't know why I didn't see it the last time, but I think I was too distracted by the other guy that was in that episode that I saw. And I was like trying to figure out him that I didn't focus much on Marco. But either way, that's good enough for me. I saw a show that I recognize him from. He was in a lot of things, but the list was pretty long. I kept going down, but nothing that I saw that I remember seeing too much anyway. But yeah, we had him, go back to his friend. They pulled like a whole night of scams. I was a little worried when they focused on that cough, and then I kind of just played it off because he seemed fine. And then we had that second cough, and the second time we saw that cough, it's like, okay, that's not just a coincidence. And I was really worried that he was gonna be dead when they did that scam where he pretended to be dead. I was like, oh no, what if he's not, And I mean, he wasn't quite dead yet, but he was seemingly, I mean, Jimmy said a heart attack. I don't know if it really was a heart attack or what it was, but like he managed to gain enough consciousness one last time to be able to say, the line about, having a really good time and everything. And it was really sad. I was getting choked up, because like, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's just sad regardless, but I feel like there was something like very real about it, about this guy who, didn't really have much going for him, and he probably distracted himself a lot by doing these scams with Jimmy, right? With slipping Jimmy in the past. And then Jimmy left and said like, "Hey, I'm gonna go on the straight and narrow, and it's time to grow up. You should too." And then left, and seemingly enough, he started working at this company, even though he hated it. He did what he had to do because that's what growing up means. Is sometimes it means getting a shitty job that you don't like, and you just, you know, just try to make your way through life. And there was something so real about him saying like, the one last job, like talking about how he doesn't want to go back to that job and how it's, miserable and everything, and he just wants to have this one last time with his friend. And they go and do it. And I almost felt, I started feeling really bad for him when, like, I was like, what if Jimmy doesn't show up and everything? But then when the howling happened, we saw the smile, and thinking back to that now, I'm like even getting emotional again. Like this poor guy just, trying to have a night or two of fun with his buddy and everything. And I wrote it down like friends going separate ways to remind myself to talk about it, because I never had a situation where like this kind of thing happened where a friend died, but I've kind of gone separate ways with a few of my friends. Like we had similar interests for a while, but I mean, really what happened was as they got older, I knew them since middle school, right? Like two friends of mine, they were both brothers. So when I went over there, I knew both of them well. And as they got older, they got into, like marijuana and stuff like that. And I was never a big fan of it. I, tried it a few times in my life, but I just never, I don't know. It was just never for me. But then it got to the point where every time I'd hang out with them, they'd smoke. And like, I think it just started making me feel left out because I didn't. And then when you start feeling left out in your group of friends, it's not a great feeling. And I think it just what caused me to drift away from them. And it sucks because I had a lot of fun hanging out with them. We all played video games and everything, and that was kind of the thing that held us together and all that. I still remember taking my desktop computer over to his house and setting up like a monitor and the whole computer and everything for the release of Diablo 3, because we loved playing Diablo 2 together. It was one of the, when I first met him, he's the one that got me into computer games, which is such an impactful thing since, computer games are such a big part of my life for a long time. But either way, he introduced me to like Counter-Strike and Diablo 2 when I first started playing computer games, and that was just a big pivotal moment. So when Diablo 3 released, we were like, okay, we need to, after all these years, a new Diablo game. So I went over, I was over there for like 5 or 6 days or something like that. And we went to like the grocery store beforehand because we were like, I can't remember how old we were, but we were old enough to like have our license and everything. So we drove to the grocery store and got a bunch of snacks and pizzas and different things that we could eat and all that. And it was so much fun, and it's just really too bad. So like every now and then we do get together, and we, it's been a while now, but we went to Buffalo Wild Wings and just had dinner and stuff like that, and it kind of, re-stokes those feelings of how you felt before. But that's the thing, is just, we drifted apart, and it's too bad. It's one of those things that a lot of people have that happen when they get older, is they drift apart from their friends, and they don't have as many friends as before because they're just, life is just too busy and stuff like that a lot of times. So it was cool seeing them like kind of rekindle that old scamming that they did. I was like, so many things kept going wrong for Jimmy. I just wanted to win in the end. I wanted him to, as I said during the episode, like, as I've gone seeing Jimmy, in the beginning it was about me being really excited to see how he turns into Saul Goodman. But now, the more I get to know Jimmy, the more I just want him to... The thing is I want him to succeed in what he wants to accomplish in life. I think that's where I'm at now. And I think the way they handled the end of this episode, I was a little worried, and thinking to myself, I was like, well, crap, like, he's... Like, it almost feels like he's forced to go down this route of Saul Goodman, but at the end of the episode, it kind of seems like this is what he wants to do. It's not because he has to do it. He has this like, David and Maine, I believe it was. He has this possible job lined up. All he had to do was go in and be himself, and he already, like, a lot of the legwork is already done. Like, so many of those, the clients, the old people that he's been working for, they speak so highly of him, and all they do is talk about him, like, that's the kind of person you want. Like, like, obviously the lawyer has to be good at his job, but also being a people person is such a big thing. If you can, at least I think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, like, he had his in, and I feel like he could have killed that interview, right? And everything, and then he could have worked on the same case that he was being, sidelined on because of Chuck and all that. But he thought about it, and hanging out with his friend who said he, thinking about how he hated what he did, and like thinking about, like, is this really what he wants to do? And then he thought back to that, as he said to Mike, thought back to that money that he had, like, right in front of him. Like, why didn't they just take it? And now he's like, never gonna do that again, right? So I did it because I wanted to do the right thing, and now I know better, kind of thing. So, like, I'm really interested where we go in season 2. Like, does season 2 start with him, like, creating the name Saul Goodman? Are we already gonna be getting there, or is it gonna be like the start of him breaking bad, but not quite all the way to Saul Goodman yet? I don't know. Like, there was a time where he said, like, Saul Goodman. Like, I think it was when he was doing that scam in the past with Marco, right? But I don't think he said it to Marco. I was gonna say, like, is that something he used to say with Marco? and he takes on that persona in honor of Marco. Because there was that little moment when he was walking into the interview and it zoomed in on the ring, and he kind of like, I think he kind of like, I don't know if he looked at it or if he like touched it or whatever. I think he like acknowledged the ring, thinking about his friend and everything, and that's when he, you know, left to do whatever he goes off to do now. So I don't know, it's just, I'm really fascinated to see where we go and what we see, but I'm in. I was worried. My initial reaction was like, I just want to see this man succeed. And so I was a little disappointed when he left that interview. But the way he, after talking to Mike and the way he left, and like the, you know, the little bit of like bum bum bum, like as he's driving away, I feel like I'm back in on the, like, I want to see him go this route kind of thing. And I think I'm more in because it's him wanting to do it. Like I said, I've already said this already, but it's him wanting to do it and not being backed into a corner, because it would have been really sad if it was, you know, Jimmy having no other choices in life to, you know, succeed and make his living is to, you know, start doing this business where he is a, you know, criminal lawyer, right? As he says, and I didn't want to see that for him. But if he's going into it of his own choice, then I think that's a bit different. But yeah, really good episode, guys. Great finale, I feel like. And I definitely think either we're gonna see Saul Goodman very soon, or we are gonna see, you know, the start of him breaking bad kind of thing. And I'm excited to see like what path this takes. So, and we're gonna have to see in season 2, which we'll see next week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you're enjoying this. If you're watching this on YouTube, all the rest of Better Call Saul, every single episode is on my Patreon. So check that out if you're interested. Link in the description below. You can get access right now through the Patreon show tier on there. And it supports me and what I do. I very much appreciate it. But obviously not necessary. You can just hang out here and wait for as they come out each week. So thank you guys, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.